Good morning. Let's do some yoga. But before we start, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and it'll tell you when I'm putting another video out. So that's all I'm asking of you. And maybe write a comment about what you want to achieve with your yoga practice, or what you'd like to learn, maybe what your practice has done for you. Anything you can think of yoga-wise. Or just say hi and tell me how you are. All right, come to your mat. Come to your belly. And extend your arms all the way out. Before you get settled, make sure your arms are fully extended, but you want to relax your shoulders. Let your hands fully ground into the floor from the base of your palm to the fingertips, and then really energize through your legs. So push through the heels, squeeze an imaginary block between your thighs, and then go ahead and let your forehead drop. Maintain that energy and try to bring your belly away from the floor. And notice if you do, when you do, whether you grip anything that you don't need, like the middle of your back or in your shoulders or in your jaw. So you want to find the power that's necessary to allow you to have a free practice and strong. Strong and free. Now go ahead and lift the head. Take those arms back. Just letting the shoulders and the spine open up. Relax the shoulders. Stay connected to your breath. Two more. Now you're going to take your arms mid-rib, lift up, and then drop your chin. Look up. Drop your chin to the right. Look up. To the left. Look up. Now, you're going to come into a Sphinx pose. Slow motion, lengthening through your spine. And then lower down. Pull your hands back and keep your pelvis on the floor. So lift up with the shoulders relaxed, pull the arms back. Lift up some more. Energize through the legs. Look up. And lower. And then just rise and fall. One more time. This time you're going to hold up dog and then down dog. In down dog, you want to make sure that your legs are powerful. Your heels are yearning for the floor. If they don't go to the ground, that's okay. Just let those hamstrings open. Feel your quadriceps engage, and then lengthen through your spine. You're going to lift those heels and lower. Lift and lower. Now lift and hold, and then rock forward so the shoulders are over the wrists, and then you're going to let the hips fall. Up dog Kriya. You're going to lift up, shoulders go over your wrists. Once you're here, you're going to push those heels back, letting the heart open. Again. One more time. Hold it back. Lift those heels, bend the knees, and walk or jump between the hands. And then you're going to come into Utkatasana and then fold as you exhale. Utkatasana, exhale. Keep it going. One more time. You'll hold it in Utkatasana. And then rise up on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Deep breath here. And then float back. Dive down. Up dog. And down dog. Up dog Kriya. One more. Pause here. Lift off of those heels and float. Utkatasana. And fold. One more time. And fold. Utkatasana. Rise on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Lift that heart. Walk or jump back. Down doggy. Lift those heels and lower. Lift those heels and rock forward. Push those heels back. One more time. Full doggy. Lift those heels and float forward. From here, you're going to sink to the ground. And then lift up into balance. And then fold. Sink. So the hips fall back. Imagine the knees are hollow. One more. Hold here. Then drop to your knees. Lift your heart. Let the tops of the feet go into the floor. And start with your hands on your sacrum. You're going to lift that chest. Take your right hand to the heel. And reach that left arm up. And then swing to the other side. So if you need to just touch the sacrum, side to side, that's fine. And go side to side. Hold here. You're going to go directly to the side, to the other side. One more each. Back to center. From here, you're going to sink down onto your sit bones. Navasana. We're going to come all the way to the ground. You can find your core here. Come into a V shape. So the legs make a V. Then place the balls of the feet to the floor as close to your hips as possible. And that Setu Bandha. Wiggle your shoulders. Really drive the balls of the feet into the floor as you lift the hips up and think about taking your knees forward. And then you're going to lower and lift. The arms are just anchoring you. Use your breath as you lift the hips and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. 2 more. Next time, hold. Hold up. Breathe in. And lower down. Take the V shape. And then happy baby. And then bring the feet together. Now the legs are going to go up and we're going into a fold. So you're going to rock up, fold over as you exhale, and then inhale, lift. Take your right leg back, come into Virabhadrasana 1. Now exhale all the way over. You're going into a standing split. So that right leg's going to lift and you'll tip yourself over. It doesn't matter how high your legs are going, but you do want your hips to be parallel with the mat. Then lift the heart. Dropping that right leg, you'll take your left leg back and set up for Virabhadrasana 1. So you're going to rise on your inhale. And exhale all the way down. Standing split. Inhale, drop that leg. Open heart. Rise on your inhale. Exhale, fold over. Take a deep breath and float back. Walk or jump. Up dog. Instead of going to down dog, you'll go back and drop. Bend your knees, reach behind, grab those ankles. And then push those toes to the sky and lower. Try to keep your belly on the floor and work on really get the glutes to activate and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. Next time you'll lift and hold. Open. Try not to jerk. Let the movement be smooth. Hold. And release. Just let your forehead drop. Let the arms stay back and open that heart. Reach forward and back. Hands to the ground. Cobra first. Lower down. Keep your pelvis on the floor. Again, belly in. Holding here. Now up dog, down dog. Lift those heels, float between the hands. You're gonna sink, bring it into that balance. Drop to your knees and lift. So you can take both hands to the sacrum, working on lifting that chest up, or take your hands to your heels, both sides, Restorative, and let that heart open. Make sure you're breathing. Rise up. Take your thumbs at the ridge of your nose and just hold here for a second. And that grounds the energy. Back down. So, come back to those heels, come to the sits. So, from your core, pulling in Navasana. And you're going to come back, V shape. Drop the balls of your feet to the floor and come into the Satribandha. So getting grip with those feet, really stable. Again, I say this all the time when I first teach backbends. I like people to start with the heels up and really putting energy in the first metatarsal, the second metatarsal, and then spreading across the balls of the feet so that the toes don't splay out when you go up, because that's a tendency and you can't necessarily feel it when it's happening. You want to be grounded, hands by your shoulders, lift. Taking the head to the ground, rise up, and then drop your feet, and that actually brings your shoulders right over your wrists. It does a little bit more, anyway. So you're in your legs. So you're going to lift your heels, and if you want, you can drop your nose towards the floor. So it's going to go to the middle of the mat, and then you'll rise up. It's like a little push-up, but it's opening your heart a little more. One more. And lower. Come into a slow motion happy baby so that you can utilize the abs and lengthen your lower back. It's slow motion because it's going in the opposite direction. We don't want to do that too fast. Bring the soles of the feet together. Make sure you've got that energy of the belly suctioning up. It's like a suction. Then you're going to take your legs straight, rolling up. Exhale. Inhale, let the heart lift. Take the right leg back. Set up for Virabhadrasana 1. lengthen down, standing split. Drop that right leg and take your left leg back. Rise up, Vera 1. Exhale. Standing split. Drop that leg. Rise on the inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale here. Walk or jump. Up dog. Back down. All the way. Bend those knees. Reach back, grab. And lift. And lower. So remember, it's just the legs to start with. One more up. Hold here. Kind of pull your wrist in towards the midline. That'll help open the shoulders up some more. Pull back and lower. There's really no momentum in this rock. You're using your legs to pull that chest open. One more. Release. Take the arms forward. And back. Up dog. Well, first, cobra. So in cobra, think about really getting that spine to make a curve in the opposite direction. You want it to feel very nice. You don't want it to feel crunchy in the neck or the lower back. So we're lifting again. And down. Come into up dog. Down dog. Lift off. Float back and fly forward. You're going to squat down. Come to the balance. Drop to the knees. As with everything, we work in a progression. So you can go back to anything that we've done before, but we're going to move forward. If your body says stay where you are, please do that. But you can grab your heels, sacrum, but we're going to slide maybe the hands down the thighs. Let me say something. There's a little rock here that you can rock and work to lift up through the spine. Movement's always good, but not too much. You want it to be flowy, not jerky. If your head wants to move to the floor, make sure the heart continues to lift. You can put your hands back up and push yourself up, bringing yourself into the kneeling position. Great round. Then we're going to come back into those curling that toes, into that squat, into Navasana from the core. Come to the ground, into the V shape. And if you're listening and moving on, just maybe watch for a second. So we're going into backbend, starting off in Urdhva. And then from here, we're just going to play a little bit. So we'll come to the heels and rock the hips to the heels, and then drop the knees towards the floor. And then you're going to take your head to the ground and lift and maybe drop the tops of the feet to the ground. Coming back into Kapotasana that way. So we'll do that again. You come into Urdhva, your heels are lifted, and then you drop your hips towards your heels, and then the knees towards the floor. For some people, the process of moving towards that is enough, not necessarily ever going into Kapotasana. So we're going to come back down. Lower. Come to the balls of your feet. Urdhva. And then move those hips down. Walking your hands back. I made my way into Supta Virasana. But you can come back up by squeezing those legs together. Bring your hands up. From here, we're going to sink down. Come into Bakasana, or rather Baddhakonasana. Can't get my words out. So check out those feet. Look at the feet and make sure they're in the same shape. You're going to lift the heart up, lengthen forward. It doesn't matter how far forward you go. You can go all the way down, but if you're forcing it and you're rounding, you're not really getting what you need from the pose. We want to lengthen the spine, create freedom throughout the groin area, and obviously in the outer hips, glutes, and lengthen that spine. So we're going to turn left first, long spine, and then to the right. Back to center. Lengthen towards the left, to the side. and to the right. Rise up. Take your legs, extend them fully forward, and fold. Bring it all the way up. You'll take your right ankle just above that knee, lifting the heart. Make sure that your torso is long, straight, actually angling so that your torso goes over the shin rather than towards the foot. It'll get deeper into your hip that way. Rise up. Pull the foot in. Rotate. Now cross the knee over that, one knee over the next. You will go over the foot this time, towards the foot. Now, stay. Pull the left ankle just above that right knee. You're lifted and lengthening over the shin. Doesn't matter how high you go, far you go. You can be here, as long as you're letting that leg extend, the back of the knee go to the ground. It's perfect. It's all perfect. As long as you've got this focused attention on opening the body, opening the mind, opening the heart especially, you will be on the right path. And lift. Pull the heel in and turn towards the left. Cross the knee, over the knee, and lengthen it. Come all the way up. Both legs out. Hips to those heels. Hug. Now take those legs straight up. Bring those hamstrings to you with straight legs. If they start to bend, back off some. And then bend again, release. Let your legs go out and relax. So going into Shavasana, let everything go. Anything you're thinking about, just relax all those thoughts into the ground. start to take a deep breath in and wiggle your fingers and toes. And then roll to your right side. Come all the way up into a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart. Namaste. Thank you. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time.